The film's called Bob Marley, One Love. The film, this country, the man, it's all about love and all different types of love. But yeah, I think at the center of this film as well is a romantic love. I mean, Rita and Bob and their story and how she really informed his message and his journey is integral to the film, integral to his journey and Rita's. So yeah, it's imbued, it's full of love, man, and yeah, what better place, a better country to celebrate that message. I only want to do films in Jamaica now, forever. Like the shooting it, the presenting it here. I honestly, like Bob's message of unity and inclusivity and this like warm, open-hearted welcome is what we experienced every day on that film set. When the Jamaican actors came to London, we were hopeless at hosting them. When we came to Jamaica, every night they were like, "Where do you want to go and eat? Let's go to the beach on the days off." Like they took us into their arms. They showed us their country with pride and enthusiasm, and we had an amazing time. I fell in love with this country. I love the people. I love the food. I love it all. I haven't met Chris yet, but I reached out to him, and our schedules didn't align, and we couldn't. I mean, for whatever reason, we didn't get to speak. I obviously know a lot of people who knew him, and particularly on this set, like Neville and others were at my line to Chris. And then, of course, the research I was able to do in his book. And but I'm thinking I might meet him tonight, which is a little intimidating. When you play someone, well, you've got a responsibility to like capture them, but when they're alive, it's one thing. When they watch the movie with you for the first time in the same theater, terrifying. So I'm going to go to him after the film. And then I'll be able to gauge whether he liked it or not, and he approved. And if he didn't, I'll just keep a wide berth. Dude, Kingsley Ben-Adir, I've never worked with anyone who works so hard. Like, the guy is so committed and so thorough. We arrived on that first day of rehearsals, and I was amazed. Even then, he would slip in from his Kingsley's voice, and he would just be chatting away about the movie and his hopes for it. And then he would just sort of, without any sort of ceremony or pomp, or he would just slip into patois and start speaking and riffing as Bob, and almost like he was possessed. It was quite extraordinary, and it was just so living and breathing that role and that headspace, that man, that it would just sort of come and take him over, and then Kingsley would return. Bob would enter, and then Kingsley would return. It was remarkable. Yeah, his work ethic, his commitment, his passion for this project. Like, he has been fighting for, in the best way, fighting for this film and the vision, which I think you'll see. It's a very personal, delicate, and private portrayal of a man. It goes deep into his psyche. It's not that kind of surf. Everyone knows Bob Marley and the music, but what we tried to do was get in here, and Kingsley was the one who allowed that access. Lashana, how do you describe her? Like, the small amount of time I've known her, I feel so close to her. She's so, again, like Rita, warm and open and in touch with something so vital and honest. Like, again, all to do with love. Like, she just has love to give, and she's indiscriminate about how she gives it and who she gives it to. And it's the kind of person you're enter her aura, and you feel cared for and held and relaxed. She invited me to her wedding, and after not having spent much time with me, just because that's the kind of, she's just this gorgeous soul who just brings people together, and I love her, yeah.
I love that.
This film would never have happened without the support of the family. The experience would have been totally different. I mean, Ziggy was everything to this film. Like, he was, producer. He had various hats on. Obviously, they re-recorded loads of the tunes, and Ziggy was like, that was him. But more than that, to have Ziggy there was to have Bob there in a way. He looks like the guy. He's his son. He captures and carries that essence, and that, again, like Rita, like Lashana, there's a deep, deep feeling of love and the message, and Ziggy kind of carries that, and you see the way people in Jamaica react to him, and it's very earned. Like, he really is a special soul, and so to have him on set, the atmosphere of the set changes, and we are yeah, we were aware of the responsibility we had, and I mean everything. Of course, we had Neville, who was there every day, like keeping us close to the authenticity. That was important. Ziggy was there, keeping us close to the world and the man and the authenticity. But it was bigger than that. It was more important. It was a profound privilege to have them there, and it meant that we elevated our game and brought something more than just I don't know, making a movie. There was something really magical about it.